Hi everyone, it's Lillian here from Stamper's Niche, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and I'm here to make a card with you. But before we do, how about if we just make sure I get all set up here and turn my sound off. All right, now I'm going to angle you down. And one of these days, I will learn how to do this without making it look seamless, but today it's going to be this way. Okay, come on. Whoops, sorry. Something isn't sitting quite right. There we go. Here we are. All right. So, this is June the 9th. And June the 9th is the day I'm drawing for the free registration for Stampin' Staycation. Stampin' Staycation registration, folks, is open until June 11th, but I would register sooner rather than later. It is $47, and it's an online creative retreat. So you use your own supplies. Everything will be online. There'll be a meet and greet online Friday evening at 7, and then it will start on Saturday. If you can't come on Saturday, it's going to be there for you to watch and follow along with at any time, whenever it works for you. Or if you can only be there for part of the day, that also works too. So if you're interested, do give me a call or fire me off a message or any one of those things. But in the meantime, everyone who shared any of my posts in the last 3 weeks, every time you shared, your name got put in here. Even if you've won a prize before, your name is still in here, and we're going to do a draw. So I'm going to angle this away from me so that I can't see. I'm going to reach inside, and let's see. Judy W., you have won a Stampin' Staycation retreat. And Judy has already registered. She will get reimbursed, but congratulations, Judy. I will be in touch with you. All right, let's put that to the side and get started with today's card. This is a Create With Me card, and I don't know about you, but I love to look at the catalog and case the catalog. And today I'm casing this card here. Casing means copy and share everything. Now, I could have copied it exactly, except I don't have these stamps. So I went with some stamps that I just received. So let's take a look at what I am going to be using. You're going to bring in a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of cardstock, and that cardstock is going to be the card base. It's going to fold in half. So let's just burnish that while we're here. And then you're at the same color of cardstock. So whatever cardstock is your base, you're going to bring in another piece that is 1 by 5 1/2. There's that. You're going to bring in a circle. This one is the 2 1/4 inch or 2 inch. Oh, I think it's supposed to be 2 1/4. I forgot I should grab my punch. So a circle. You can use a punch, you can use your layering circles dies, whatever, but we're going to use a circle. And then I've got 4 rectangles here. In the catalog, they were the same color as the cardstock here. So you could use cardstock. I'm going to use some new designer paper, and I'll show that to you in a minute. So these are approximately 1 3/4 by 1 1/4 in size. I used the rectangle stitched framelits. I used this to cut them out, and I use this shape right here. So, but again, you can use your paper cutter and just cut shapes. But whoops, I just dropped them all over the floor. And then we need a liner, so I'm just going to put that on the inside. So let's put those to the side, and I just want to show you some of this new stuff that I'm using. The suite from the catalog that I'm using is the Playful Pets suite. So it starts here, and it's just a fun suite. And here's some more samples. And I think don't show your pets or they'll be wanting to eat that. Here's the designer paper here, and I'll show it to you in real life, and then the colors that go with it. And then here is the set. So they're both dogs and cats, and more ideas, things that your dog and cat punch that you might have gotten earlier, that would also work. I love this card up here, definitely on my to case list. I want to make that. But so this is on page 40. So let me just show you some of the things that are in that suite. The first off is the Pampered Pets. I thought I glued this down here and it keeps moving on me. I might have to add some more glue. So it's the Pampered Pets stamp set. And then there are the dies. So the dies look like this. So to help you visually with that, here I cut them out. The black is just cutting them out. These are where I stamped first and then cut them out with the dies. I wanted to show that the centers of the little paw prints actually are little hearts. So that's just a really neat thing there. And then I want to show you the paper. It is so much fun. I'll show you the swatch here first, and then I'm going to show it to you bigger. So these are the front and back of all of them, and then these are the colors that coordinate. Of course, you can always use other colors, but I often use my designer paper to help me in my color choices, because for me, that's one of the hardest things to do, is to figure out what colors look good together. So here is the paper. This is just I've been cutting off of this. So first off, we have this paper here, and I want to show you something. Look at one of the dies fits this dog right here. I just love it. Okay, so there's that paper, and on the back of that paper, we have the fine real red stripe there. Then there's some more dogs here. And then on the back, it's your paw prints and your little hearts. Now we've got the cats. So here, see this shape? It just looks like a blob, doesn't it? But look what happens when you put it around the cat. It will cut that cat right out perfectly. So you don't even have to stamp or color if you don't want to. So there's, for the cat lovers, there it is. And here are the little fish and the little hearts. So, and you people that know me know I love black and white and a splash of color, and look at the backs of these are just making me so happy as well. And some more cats, and then look at all the bits of hair that have fallen out. Sometimes our clothing looks like that when we have pets. Then we have this sheet here, so it's the paw prints, the bone, the dog dish, that kind of thing. And then on the back, it's black and white, and it's just got words: chase, scratch, wag, play, love, bark, woof, dig, that kind of thing. So I think there's lots of potential there. Then we have this one here. It's got the little fishies and the fish and the mice and stuff. So obviously a little bit more to go with the cat. And then on this side, it's white with black writing, and it's writing, not printing. And let's pick something here. Jump, love, meow, purr, snooze, yawn, paw. So again, just words that go along. So fabulous, fabulous paper there. I'm in love with it. All right, let's get to our card. Now I'm going to bring back the page, the sample that we're casing. So 92. I haven't checked to see if Staples is open. I'm not used to not having my catalog coiled. I'm just waiting for them to open up. So again, this is the card that I'm casing. So I'll put it right there so I can look at it. And I chose to have the card open this way rather than the fold at the top, but that's just me. So what we're going to do first off is, I think what I'm going to do first off is stamp on here, actually. I'm going to stamp on there, And I know that my circle's going to, they use the stitched circle, I used a punch. So again, doesn't really matter. So I have got to keep my words over to the side. So we will ink up the words here. And let's keep it. Hope your day is a real treat. There we go. Whew, got it straight. That's good. I could have worked with my circle a little bit and made sure I've got the spacing right, but I did. I lucked out there. So we're also going to stamp on here and ink up this little fellow, a little schnauzer. Oh, I think he's the schnauzer, whatever. So like that. Now, if I wasn't doing this on camera, I would have inked it up first and then punched out. And now I'm going to color. Now remember, I'm going to use my blends, and when you use your blends, they bleed through. So always have scrap paper. But how I'm choosing the colors, I'm looking at the designer paper. So they had a red here. I'm just gonna do the same. And there was, I'm going to use the black blends on this part of the nose. I think I'm going to leave the other, and I'll come back to it, deciding what I want. Then I've got smoky slate, and I'm going to start with the dark, and I'll just do some here. If you're like me and you don't know where to put the lights and darks, follow what they do. So wherever they've got some shading, go with that. Now that looks a little weird, but once you get going, wrong end. This one is just about out of ink. I've used it so much, but I've got a spare. Now it sounds like I'm pressing, but I'm not. I've got a very light pressure. If you wanted to come and try taking it out of my hand, it would slip right out. But the blends do make that sound as you're going. Now I'm trying to blend the colors out. And of course, with blends, you can go over as much as you want, and it won't wreck the paper, and it'll still look nice. And it does look different once it's dry. So I'm sure you don't want to watch me color forever. So I just wanted to show you how I got started in abracadabra. Like that. So one goes like that. This is a up and down. This is going to be a sideways. One goes like this. This one can go, oh, you know what? I can just cut them in half. So I can tuck one in here, put that over there, cut this in half this way. I could use my paper trimmer, but no one's going to see that rough edge like that. And now I'm just looking back at the paper. This one's going, or at the sample, pardon me. This one's going up like this. And there's another one that's down here. And this one here, maybe I didn't need 4, maybe I only needed 3. At least the way it's coming together here, that's what's happening. What's this one? Okay, so this one I want it a little shorter. Yeah, sort of like that. Okay, now if I can get them glued in place, put this straight. Oh, guess I need to clean the end of my glue off. All right. We will put this here. Let's just see. Yep, Now what I'm going to do, it's going to be covered anyway, I'm just going to put a little pencil mark, and I know where they're supposed to line up. That will take some of the guesswork out. Okay. There we go. This one's coming over here. This one's going here. All those pencil marks and those rough edges are going to be covered by my words anyway. And my dog, my puppy. There we go. Now remember, I cut it crooked, so I'm looking at the bottom and the sides to make sure I've got it straight. I'm not looking at the part that I just lopped off with the scissors. I got everything straight. I think it will have to do. Now I'm going to bring in my dimensionals. I think I'm going to use my black ones if I can find them. There they are, because this is a dark color. Take the backings off. Now it looks a little funny yet, but I think once it comes, we get it together, it's going to look good. If you are ever looking at a sample in the catalog and you're thinking, what did they use to make that? We as demonstrators, oh dear, that's crooked and it's glued down. So do you know how I can fix that? I can fix that with the heat gun. So cover your ears for a minute. It's going to be noisy, but what I'm doing is heating that up, melting, warming up the glue, and then it will release and I can straighten it out. So that's going to bug me that it's that crooked. So here's your little stamping tip for today. How to remove something that is stuck down. That works for dimensionals, tear and tape, absolutely everything. Could have heated it a little bit longer, but I think it's going to work. Oh, we'll heat it some more. It's going. Don't want to tear when I'm this far along. Now let's get this straight. Does that look straight to you? It looks straighter anyway to me. All right. Let's try this again. So let's, like that. It's going to go like this. Cover the ends. Right. This, I'm going to even put this one on dimensionals. It's going on white, so I do want white. And I'm going to put it here because I don't, if I put them on here, I might hit there and I don't want to. So this will help me to put it in the right spot. Oh, I forgot the ribbon. So we're going to stop a minute. Good thing I didn't take the backings off. Now in the picture that we're casing, they have ribbon just kind of swished behind. And I don't, believe it or not, have any real red ribbon. I have some coming, but I don't have any here. So we could put this black behind. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that. Or we could put this white behind, the white crinkle ribbon. What do you think? White or black? I know what I'm thinking. I'm going to go with the black. That's what's coming to my mind here right now. So we're just going to go dum, 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 dum. Sound effects really help. All right, there we go. All right, so instead of putting it under the dimensionals, I wonder if I can get those dimensionals off. Oh, I can get it under the dimensionals. I'll stick that to my hand. Save it for later. Just going to run a bit of tape here. And I'm not good at ribbon placement, so I am looking at the sample and trying to recreate it. My dimensionals will help hold it down too. Well, let's see how that's going to look. Oh, it's covering the words, so we're going to, one thing this way, you can always lift it up, rearrange it a little. It's not permanent. Oh, we want you sticking out a bit. Okay, going to, well, who knew that doing the ribbon's going to take the most time of this on this card. Now let's see, how is that going to work? Oh yeah, I like that. So now we'll put some dimensionals down there. They'll help hold that ribbon down, as well as hold the puppy up. And ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. Now in that suite, if there are even little dog bone trinkets and things like that, but I like that a lot. I might add some rhinestones. I can't decide. Rhinestones kind of go with the ribbon, so I will think about that. But there is your case, catalog case, and I've got glue on my fingers there. So hope you like that card. Let me, please do post what you make, and I would love to see what you come up with. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.